The fog rolled in thick over Salem, swallowing the streetlights one by one. Marcus shouldn't have come at night, but that was the whole point. Salem after dark, he whispered into his camera. The site of the 1692 witch trials, where the accused were executed, and some say never left. The wind howled down the narrow streets, and something else whispered with it. His first stop was the witch house, the former home of Judge Jonathan Corwin, the man who helped sentence the accused, the man who never faced judgment himself. The house loomed crooked and black against the fog. Marcus stepped onto the property. The temperature dropped instantly. "Okay, that's new," he muttered. His breath fogged the air, but the fog didn't drift. It circled him. The front door creaked open. By itself, Marcus froze, then grinned nervously. "Guess I'm invited. Guess I'm invited." The air was suffocating, heavy like the walls remembered something they refused to forget. A faint sound echoed from deeper inside. Crying, soft, broken. Marcus followed it, each step slower than the last. The crying grew louder, desperate, pleading, "Please, no." Marcus turned a corner and saw them, a group of figures huddled together in the dim light. Women, children, faces hollow, eyes wide with terror. They weren't looking at him. They were looking at something behind him. Marcus turned slowly. A man stood there, dressed in black, face cold, unmoving. "The judge, you've been accused," he said flatly. Marcus laughed nervously. "What? No, I'm just visiting you. Consort with darkness." The shadows in the room twisted, stretching toward Marcus. No, wait, listen. The crying stopped. Dead silence. Then the figures behind him began to whisper. Dozens of voices, layered, angry. He watched. He judged. He let it happen. "Now you will too." Marcus backed away. "No, I didn't do anything." The judge stepped closer. "You came." The walls shifted. The house groaned. And suddenly Marcus wasn't inside anymore. He stood in a courtroom, lit only by candles. The accused surrounded him, their eyes burning, their voices rising. "Which, I'm not, liar." The judge raised his hand. "Sentence is death." The floor beneath Marcus dropped. He fell and landed hard on wooden boards. A gallows. A rope dangled in front of him, swinging, slowly. No. The rope snapped tight around his neck. Marcus screamed and woke up. He was lying on a bench outside the Peabody Essex Museum. Morning light, people walking by. Normal. Marcus gasped, clutching his throat. It was a dream. A staff member approached. "You okay? You were passed out here?" Marcus nodded shakily. Yeah, I'm fine." "Good," the staff member said. "Museum just opened. You should come in." Marcus hesitated, then forced a laugh. Why not? Inside, the museum felt calm, safe, modern, until he reached the Chinese house exhibit, a fully reconstructed Qing'er home. Silence stilled. Marcus stepped inside. The door shut behind him. The temperature dropped, and then the whispering returned, louder than before. "You came back." Marcus turned. The walls weren't the same anymore. They were wood-old, colonial. The courtroom. The judge stood before him again. "You do not leave Salem." The accused stepped forward from the shadows. Their hands reached out, cold, grasping. Marcus screamed, but outside visitors walked past the exhibit. Inside, Marcus clawed at the walls, begging. No one heard him. Later that day, a new display quietly appeared in the corner of the exhibit. A figure, frozen in terror, hands pressed against invisible walls, eyes wide, mouth open mid screaming. A small plaque beneath it read, "Unknown accused -1692." And if you stand close enough, you can hear him, still pleading, still denying. But Salem doesn't listen. It never did.